Today we are joined by Gerry Lilly from Fuels and Lubricant, the sponsor of our Youth and Youth Awards. Gerry, you've now been sponsoring the Belcoo GAA Youth Awards for the last number of years. Why have you chosen to support our underage footballers?
I look back to my young youth, and we always got out and played games, and everybody was outside, and it was a place for entertainment. There was no phones, there was no iPads and none of that. And I always think it's good for the young ones to be involved in exercise. It's good for their mind, their health, mind, everything physical is good for them. So that, along with the fact that Belcoo has been very good to us down through the years, and it's good when you're in business. It's good to be able to give back, and I would like to think that Fuels and Lubricants is good at supporting local communities, and that's the kick I get out of it.
And as your business is based near Enniskillen, what's your connection to Belcoo?
Well, funny, just talking to John Joe there, going back to the Belcoo sports as a kid, we were always, as children, we were always 15th of August out in Belcoo. And at that, the Lacey's would have been good cousins of ours, and we would have always been in and out through Lal and Mamie's house. Along with the fact that my father's from Letterbreen, stroke Mullockdun, and his parents is buried in Mullockdun, I would always have had an affiliation for Belcoo.
Tell us about the history of your business and how long it's been operating.
Oh, the business, my father would have started the business back in 1964. It was actually for 1 year Scollins and Irvinstown owned the business, or started the business, but they only stayed at it 1 year. And my father would have took it over then in 1964. And at that time it was just farm diesel, right? You know, there was no heating oil. Heating oil wouldn't have come on the scene until late 70s, early 80s. It was humble times, and it was hard, and he stuck at it and kept it going. And once the central heating came in, then things progressed from there. And I suppose in 1981, 82, I came in after school, a young 18, 19-year-old, and here I am today, 40 odd years later, looking at my two kids, that's James and Brenton, who are very much involved in the business, along with my daughter Kiva. So it's good to see that from where it started to where it is now to where it can go to.
Over the years, you must have seen a lot of changes to the oil business. What are the biggest changes that you've seen up to date?
Biggest changes up to date, I suppose, from a good point of view, technology was a big thing introduced to, not only to, with computers and the advance that they've made since that, with Facebook and Instagram. Technology to lorries was a big help. Progress in and out quicker with deliveries. All them things has helped to move the business forward. I suppose what's been the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge in business is always your competition. And a lot of men would have started up in different areas of Fermanagh, and that was a challenge, to try and compete with your smaller competitors, and still be competitive. And that's what we have done, and that's what we have been doing for the last 3 years, and the business is thankfully growing all the time.
In this time of high energy costs, what advice would you give to local people who are trying to reduce their energy costs?
Buy their oil from Fuels and Lubricants. I still think oil is the cheapest form of energy. I think it's the basics. Turn your boiler down, keep your windows closed, and try and cut back. A few hours in the morning and a few hours in the evening time. That's what people would tell you, to try and reduce your costs.
As well as selling home heating oil, what other products do you sell and what good offers do you have for the local community?
Well, I suppose in 2009 we opened up a new cash and carry for coal, and at that stage we got into the hardware and farm supplies. We've everything that the farmer needs. This time of the year we have very good offers on silo wrap, all types of wrap, net, where the farmers is going mad at the minute. So think of us for your farm supplies as well as your red diesel, and everybody will be better off because we're doing good deals and we're very competitive. And
thanks, Gerry, for joining us today, and we appreciate your support. Thank you.
thanks very much, John.